There's other news to report tonight. We want to head now to Washington. And the controversy still swirling around the government talking points used to describe last year's attack on the U.S. compound in Benghazi, Libya. CNN sources say an email discussion about those much debated talking points seemed to suggest the White House and the State Department were more involved in removing an assessment that said a group with ties to al-Qaeda was involved in the attack. Athena Jones following the developments for us from the White House. Line question, did government officials change their account of the attack for political reasons?
Hi, Don. Well, that's certainly what Republican critics are alleging. We know that there were multiple discussions going on in coming up with these talking points between the White House, the State Department, the FBI, the CIA, and Justice Department officials. But Republican critics allege that the administration knew early on that this attack in Benghazi was the result of a planned terror operation, even as they were giving UN Ambassador Susan Rice talking points to go on the Sunday talk shows and blame this attack on violence that arose out of demonstrations over a video that had insulted Islam. I mean, here you have President Obama, who was just a few weeks away from another election. He had been touting the finding and killing of Osama bin Laden. The administration had talked about al-Qaeda having been decimated and being on the run. And then here you have this attack in Benghazi, and on September 11th, no less, that appeared to have extremist causes. And so Republicans say that officials removed that one reference to a group having a link with al-Qaeda possibly being involved, also removing a line about how the CIA had given multiple warnings about the potential for a terrorist attack there in that area in Benghazi, Libya. And so Republicans say they removed these lines for political cover. Now, the administration says those lines were removed from the talking points because this was an ongoing investigation and they didn't want to compromise it. They wanted to make sure they only stated what they knew to be true, Don.
And Athena, some are saying that the controversy is an attempt to sabotage Hillary Clinton's chances of a possible 2016 presidential run. What do you know about that?
Well, certainly a lot of the interest has to do with the fact that former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton was then at the helm. Now, she hasn't said that she's running for president in 2016, but a lot of people think that she wants to. And I should tell you that just a month after the Benghazi attack, she gave an interview to CNN saying that she took responsibility for diplomatic security, or for the lack of in this case. She also said that in hearings, in congressional hearings in January, just a few months ago. But that's not enough for Republican critics like Kentucky Senator Rand Paul, who, unlike a lot of people, said a few months ago that he's not going to deny that he's interested in possibly running for president. He was speaking last night at a dinner of the Iowa GOP. This is an annual dinner in Iowa. He talked about that security issue. Let's listen to that.
They're asking for security, they're pleading for security, and they got nothing. It was inexcusable, it was a dereliction of duty, and it should preclude her from holding higher office.
So there you heard from Senator Rand Paul. That's just one example of the kind of criticism we expect former Secretary Clinton to continue to come under in the coming weeks and months. Don?
All right. Thank you very much, Athena. Appreciate that.